What's going on everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Jedi Survivor video. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create Ezra Bridger in the game. This is going to include an Ezra Bridger outfit and his second lightsaber, not his first, because his first is impossible to make in the game, but you can get pretty close to his second by following this video. So to start off, to create this lightsaber, what you want to select is the Serra Junda emitter, or you can also select the duelist emitter. I feel like both work quite well, since Ezra Bridger's emitter is quite thin at the very tip of it. Some people have suggested using the Eno Cordova emitter, which has a similar shape, but Ezra's does have a thin part on the very top of the emitter, where the Eno Cordova emitter is very flat and disc shaped like Obi-Wan Kenobi's and Luke Skywalker's. It's close, but I do prefer the Serra Junda or the duelist emitters for this build. For the switch, I went with the persistence switch, and this is because the persistence switch does have a slightly narrower neck on it, like Ezra's does, and with the persistence switch having a little bit more of a disc at the very top of it, making it look a lot more like Ezra's by using this specific switch. And also it's got a big button on it, which is going to be there in place of Ezra's red switch on his lightsaber. For the grip, I went with the Hermit grip, and the reason for this is, if you look at Ezra's lightsaber, his grip does actually have a metal plate running down one half of the grip, and then the other half of the grip is just an exposed darker material, and the Hermit grip kinda gives that effect. However, you can also use the Hunter grip, but you will have to play around with the materials a bit more to get it correct. And also the Persistence grip is quite similar again, but it has a part which wraps right the way around the grip, which Ezra's doesn't have, and again you'll have to play around with the materials to get it accurate. Whereas with the Hermit grip, one half of the Hermit grip is a darker material, and the other half is that shiny silvery metal material, which is the closest to Ezra's I've found in the game. And then for the pommel, I went with the Serra Junda pommel, purely because Ezra's lightsaber does have a pommel, which has a few little bits sticking out of it, running around the pommel, like Serra Junda's does have. Now onto the materials. For the primary material, I chose a metal alloy, simply because I don't think Ezra's lightsaber is quite shiny enough to be chrome. And for the secondary, I've gone with a dark iron. And this is to give that switch the dark colour to match what Ezra's does look like. For the accent, I've also gone with metal alloy, and this is because we need to get the top part of the switch to match the colour of the emitter, since we are trying to make the top part of the switch look like it is part of the emitter itself. And then for the grip, I've gone with dark iron again, simply because that is what the darker part of Ezra's grip does look like. Now for the condition, Ezra's lightsaber is not in perfect condition, but I wouldn't say it's quite ancient. I would leave it around worn or aged to give it that nice weathered effect that Ezra's lightsaber does actually have from Star Wars Rebels. Then I went ahead and selected the green lightsaber blade, since that's what Ezra's second lightsaber blade was, and this was the lightsaber I was left with after I chose these components and materials. It's not a 100% accurate recreation of Ezra's lightsaber in the game, and that is purely because we don't have all of Ezra's components in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, so we've just got to mix and match the components with the materials to try and get it as accurate as possible, and I think I've done a pretty good job here with this one. Now for Cal, to turn him into Ezra Bridger, I selected the pilot jacket, and I selected the 6th colour of this jacket, simply because it's an orange jacket, which is like what Ezra wears, and it's also got white shoulder pauldrons to make it look like we are wearing Ezra's sort of shoulder armour that he does have in Star Wars Rebels. I selected the tactical shirt, and I selected the 3rd colour along, because it looks like Ezra does actually wear fingerless gloves. They are green, however, and we can't really get green gloves in Jedi Survivor that are fingerless, so the 3rd colour along is the closest match I could find. Then for the pants, I went for the Outrider pants, simply because Ezra does wear brown pants, and he does also have some form of armour around the lower part of his legs, and it's a sort of dark brown colour. The armour on the Outrider pants is actually black, but it's about as close as we could get. For Cal's hair, I chose the slicked back hairstyle. You could also use the buzz cut hairstyle, but I just think it's a little bit too short, where I think the slicked back hairstyle does match Ezra's a little bit better. Then I selected a clean shaven beard, since Ezra doesn't actually have any facial hair at all. And this is how your Cal should look if you select all of these outfit options. This outfit and Cal is not 100% accurate to Ezra from Star Wars Rebels, simply because we don't have all of the outfits in the Star Wars history in the game. We just kind of have to mix and match the colours and the actual outfit options to get as close as we possibly can, and I think this is pretty close. Like I said, it's obviously not 100% accurate, but if you want Cal to resemble Ezra Bridger, this is definitely the way to do it in my opinion. Please do let me know down in the comment section below what you think about my Ezra Bridger build in Star Wars Jedi Jedi Survivor, and please do let me know any characters you would like to see me try and recreate in the game in future videos. If you've enjoyed this video, please do smash a like on it to show support for the series and the game on the channel, and if you are new to the channel and you've enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to be kept up to date with all future Star Wars Jedi Survivor content. But other than that, we'll see you in the next video.